Now let's move away from code for now and let's talk about our folder structure and our file names here. You probably just followed along and named your files just like I did, but the question is, why did I choose the names I did choose? And is this the most optimal folder structure? There is an official Vue Style Guide. On the Vue website, you can find it under Docs Style Guide. And here you will get recommendations on how your code should look like, how you should name certain things. There are essential rules, which you basically have to follow. And then there are various levels of recommendations, like strongly recommended rules you might want to consider following, and then just generally recommended ones. Now, you can read through that to get an idea for how you should name things. For example, in there, you learn that components should be stored in files, so one component per file. You learn that you have base components, like the card, which you might use in different places, which you then should name base button, base card, and so on, or app button, app card, whatever you prefer here. You'll learn about single instance component names, like our header here, which I named the header, following the style guide here, where it's recommended that if you have a component which is only getting used once in the entire app, the name should be the and then something that describes the component. Now, throughout the course, I will follow this style guide as good as possible. I will also say, though, that from time to time I might deviate to explain something in a better way or to have an easier time explaining something. But generally, I follow that guide. And you can go through it as well to get some ideas on how you want to name your things and which kind of code you want to write when you work with Vue on your own. Be aware, though, that these are not technical rules, but really just recommendations. So if you don't want to follow a certain rule, that is fine. It's your project. You don't have to adhere to those rules, especially if you're working on your own. If you are working in a bigger project with a team, or if you are planning to share your code with others, though, you should consider following this guide so that everyone is basically working with the same rules in mind on the code base. And that's all I want to say about the style guide at this point, because this is a course where I want to teach you Vue and where I want to focus on Vue, the framework, and the features it offers. And as I mentioned, I will follow this style guide anyways, so by just following along with the lectures and this course, you will automatically get a feeling for how to name things, how to write code, and how to write good code.